George, it's me. There's something on my mind that I've been wanting to say to you for a while. I'm such a shit for doing this to you. I knew it was stupid of me to propose to you last night. I think you're a great person and you don't deserve a dickhead like me. I really blame myself for all this mess and I just can't see this working. It's not your fault, it's mine. But I think we should take some time off, which is why it's best if we call off the engagement. I'm sorry I can't give you a perfect wedding day, George. I would still like to remain friends though.
Bollocks!
I didn't bother getting you anything, dear.
Thank you, Mother.
So, what do you want first? The good news or the bad?
The bad?
Your Aunt Joan has finally come out a lesbian.
A lesbian?
I'm afraid so.
God, who would have thought it, eh? Auntie Joan, a rug muncher.
Well, quite.
What's the good news?
The good news is the parish council have asked me to hold a garden party.
Oh, another one.
Yes, another one. Are you sure you're not a lesbian, dear?
Yes, Mum, I'm sure.
Really sure?
Honest, I'm not, Mother.
That's good, dear.
Look, if I do become a lesbian, you'll be the first to know, I promise.
Thank you, dear. That means a lot to me. So, how are things going between you and Jimmy?
Well, now that you mention it, Mother, I do have something to tell you.
Oh?
Me and Jimmy are getting married.
That's fantastic.
And
And what?
here I am finally giving you the news you've always wanted to hear. Thought you might be a little bit more...
What? Well, forgive me for not jumping up and down on the table screaming, my daughter's getting married, my daughter's getting married, just to please you, dear. You didn't bribe him, did you?
No.
Oh, my God, you didn't pay him?
Mother?
Sweetheart, I am glad you're finally getting... What is the word common people use? Hitched. Quite frankly, your father and I didn't think you'd ever get married. You're not getting any younger, are you, dear?
Mum, I'm 30.
You know, I was married to your father and it had you and your sister when I was that age.
How is Dad?
Playing golf with your brother. He sends his love.
It's nice.
So, is Jimmy looking forward to the wedding?
Oh, yeah, he can't wait.
That is good. It's usually about this time the groom starts getting cold feet, regrets it all, leaving the poor unfortunate bride to pick up all the pieces.
Oh, he'd never do anything like that. Not my Jimmy.
That's good. So, may I see the ring?
Ring?
It's not very big, is it?
It's quality, not quantity. Don't want a boulder on my finger.
Is it diamond?
Old diamond.
It's not very big, is it?
Look, I don't care what it looks like, okay? Although I did want a bigger one.
And a better one.
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry, George.
Was it expensive?
No, not really. I mean, how the hell should I know?
Was it romantic?
Did he go down on one knee? Do the old shebang?
Yeah, something like that.
I bet he didn't take you to a romantic restaurant.
I'm sorry, can we get back to me now, please?
Ooh.
Do you want to hear how Jimmy proposed to me?
Not really.
Look, do you want to hear about it or not? Yes or no?
No.
Yes, we do.
Right.
Incidentally, why the dress?
Just thought I'd try it out first before the wedding.
George, Jimmy's done a runner.
I know, you think I don't know that?
Well, you're going to have to tell everyone that the wedding's off.
Bollocks! Look, it's my special day and nothing is going to spoil it.
Not even the disappearance of the groom.
Especially not that.
How are you planning on getting married without one?
Maybe it's just pre-wedding nerves.
Men are like that.
Oh my God, what am I going to tell my mother? She's going to go fucking ballistic. Hi, Mum. I know you've just spent a fortune on a new hat, but unfortunately Jimmy's done a bunk and the whole wedding's off. Sorry.
Yeah. She'll go fucking ballistic.
Oh, you've got to help me think of something to tell her.
Well, what about Jimmy?
What about him? The groom's the least of my worries.
I thought he wanted to get married. You didn't pressure him into it, did you?
Yeah, I'm 30 years old. My biological clock is ticking overtime. Everyone in my family's married. My brother's married, my younger sister's married. Even my cousin, who's only 9, gets marriage proposals from boys in her class. How am I going to explain this to my mother?
Look, we can cancel everything before this gets way out of hand.
Maybe you're right. Maybe telling everyone the wedding's off isn't such a bad idea.
Yes, George, and do it sooner rather than later. Before you end up in a room full of unwanted wedding gifts you only have to send back.
Hello, Father Neeson?
Yes.
It's Georgina Adams.
Ah, Georgina.
I'm ringing to say I've got some bad news, I'm afraid, Father.
It's nothing serious, I hope.
I have leprosy.
Leprosy? You're actually a leper. You're telling me you're a leper, Georgina?
Yes, leprosy.
Right, leprosy.
So I'm afraid Jimmy and I won't be able to make the wedding rehearsals.
You did say leprosy.
Yes, leprosy.
That must be a terrible strain. Poor you.
Yeah, poor me. My arm is hanging off its hinges as we speak.
I hope you've got some cream for that.
So do I, Father. So do I.
Well, I'll see you next week at the wedding.
I'll be praying to Buddha as soon as I get off the phone. Well, goodbye, Father.
Leprosy.
Oh, my God.
It's not as bad as you think.
Not as bad as I think. Where did they all come from?
Well, they just sort of arrived and never stopped arriving.
What makes them think the wedding's still on?
Someone must not have told them it was off. I only did it to have my big day. Didn't want to be the oldest spinster in the history of my family. I didn't want to upset my mother, because, well, you know, she's my mother.
I bet Jimmy wasn't impressed.
What?
Jimmy. He was out of the house, heading towards the car.
Are you sure we're going the right way?
Of course we are.
Well, where is he?
Up there somewhere.
Up where?
Look, just sit back and relax.
Relax? How am I supposed to relax? The man I'm about to marry is trying to get out of marrying me. And if he does, I'll have to tell my mother, who already thinks I'm a huge disappointment. The last thing she needs is for me to tell her that the wedding is cancelled. I'll have to cancel my honeymoon, and that'll ruin my perfect day. And my mother will think I'm a lesbian, and she'll tell everyone I know, and my life will be ruined. Not to mention the fact that I've lied to a priest, so I'm probably going to hell. Other than that, everything's fine. It's all because of this stupid, bloody man.
It can't be that bad.
You've obviously not met my mother. How much?
£12.50.
Here's £1. I haven't got anything else. Jimmy, you bastard! How can you do this to me? Jimmy! Jimmy, you tosser! Jimmy! Jimmy! My mother's told everyone I'm getting married! Jimmy, you fucking coward! You get your ass back here right now! Don't think I won't hunt you down, because I will! Well, if he thinks I'm going to take him back after this, get it. Whack.